Hi everyone, welcome to this month's free market commentary. In this month's commentary we're going to have a look at the Dow, get an update on that and see what's happening because it's come into a really key area, so it's definitely worth watching. We're also going to have a look at gold from a higher time frame actually and see the potential opportunities that may create as it has started to move down again. So we want to look at that. And we'll also have a very brief look at some trades we're in at the moment. February and March were absolutely quiet months because market conditions weren't great. Now, the ability of any trader is the ability to sit out of these markets because quite often going into these markets can lead to bad losing runs and giving back well-made gains, and they can often be the undoing of some consistent results. So using the price analysis really helps you isolate best probable trades and also isolate the condition of the market. But what's great now is the markets are getting going, so we can have a look at a couple of trades that we have on the table that are currently live, which you'll be able to follow through this coming month. Now, if we start on the Dow, one thing that I've been highlighting over the last few weeks is, firstly, the Dow's been in this no man's land, and it's been very messy because when you just see a lot of the wick action top and bottom, you can see that it's tried to have moves up, moves down, and there's been so much failure in that by the fact it's moved up and reversed, moved down and reversed, which has made it incredibly tricky. But the one thing that I highlighted to people is, if we can get back to this significant resistance, that could create potential opportunity. Or alternatively, if we could break this and then subsequently break the minor area of 16,000 being a round number, then that would create. Interestingly, that hasn't happened. So for the whole of the month of March, you'll see we've traded a little bit. You got the little move down there, but it wasn't really anything that was fantastically tradable from a swing point of view. But had we stalled here, we might have seen some good move down from there. But what we have had at the start of this month is we've come up, we've hit these highs and we've bounced off them. So the question will be from here, can we push down? The other option will be, as we go forward, is can we break these highs? Because if we come down a little bit more and come back up, then what we're starting to see is more of an ascending triangle, which would indicate that the market may be more likely to go up. Alternatively, if you're not already selling this, and you'll notice from Ali's Facebook post that he's already sold the Dow, you'll notice if you're not already in the Dow, that is, then you're really waiting for the next stage of this to happen. So it'll be when and if we can reach this level, and obviously the subsequent level down here. So there's definitely a few things to watch out for this month on the Dow. Now that it's reached these levels, will it sell off that it's come into a resistance, or will it then pull back up and that might offer a long opportunity? So it's definitely on the table and worth looking at. Now gold, as I say, gold's had quite a strong sell-off, and it was looking quite bullish for the last few months. So since sort of December, when it created this double bottom here, we've had this lovely move up on the daily, and it's since broken down. Now, I was sort of looking to see if it would get to about the 1350, 1360 level. It managed to do a burst above that. The problem with that is it never really trended, because if we made this new high and pull back, it could have created a nice long opportunity, which we were looking at. But you can see we got some aggressive selling. So the market now is actually looking a little more likely for the downside. And we'll see that this short-term trend has been broken, this one here. However, because it's been such a steep move up, it may be that we've just had a deeper pullback, and possibly this is where the trend line lies, and we see price move up from here. So until it plays out a little bit more, we don't know. However, if we then go on to break these lows, which we just had towards the end of March, then that would signify good potential further downside. And when we look at the weekly, and this is where I want to look at it, on the weekly you can actually see that we've had a reversal candle last week, and that's why if we break the lows of that, it would invalidate it. But also, we're actually still making slightly lower highs while we've created a flat line down here. Now that signifies the potential of a descending triangle. Now it's too early to know if that's what's going to happen, but if we do break this level here on the weekly, the market is looking reasonable for a potential move back down to these lows, and that would then in turn complete the descending triangle. So from an even wider point of view, it could be that a break of these lows, if we come back down, could be a really awesome trade. But that's probably a couple of months away, or potentially a month or two away. So what I would be looking for short term is, if we can break these lows, a move back down. If we start to push back up and we break these highs, then the descending triangle is completely off the table. So we'll see what happens. Now, one of the trades that we're currently in has been Aussie versus New Zealand dollar. Now, we can take it to the daily and you'll see why. So, you'll see all my lines on. Now, this is one that Ali actually took almost, I think it was January or February he took this, because we had, on the monthly, price had come down. You can just see that we put in an absolute corker of a monthly reversal candle. So he took part of this move up, held some of his position, and has now added back to that position. And the reason for it is, if we look at it, we've come down to the support on the monthly that you can see. Then if we go into the daily, part of this big trending move down, we've now broken, you'll see here, we've broken the trend line. We've come up to this sort of minor area of resistance here, and then now that we've done that, it's broken out. So that's where I've taken a position, and that's where Ali's also added to his position. Now, what we might see happen from here is price might pull back and then continue higher. Obviously, it could roll over, but at this moment in time, it's now come up and it's in the process of a potential pullback. So that could be an opportunity to either add to a position or alternatively get into it for the first time. If you do get in here, it's early on in the trend, so your moving averages might not be in the position that you would want them. However, it is early on in the trend, and we have the monthly lining up for us, which is a nice bonus to have. So that's one we're in at the moment, and we'll see. Initially, I'm looking to see if it can get back to this area here. And then if it can, I'm then looking to see if it can get up to this area here. So this one's one that I would play in stages, and we'll see what happens as the month and weeks progress. Another one that I'm in just now is pound versus Australian dollar. Now, I've been waiting for this one to line up for quite some time, and I finally got a trigger on Friday, because you can just see that we've got these levels here and we've got these levels here. And again, if I look at the trend line was broken here, and it's not the cleanest trend line you'll have, but we've got this minor trend line, and then any subsequent trend line we can see has been broken. But if we want to create some subsequent probability to this, what we've also got is prices come up, come down, come up again, come down, and then come up again once more. And you should be able to recognise that pattern so crudely drawn. But we can see here what we have is a reversal pattern, because it's a head and shoulders, which indicates the potential for downside, the potential of a new trend. Now, I was looking to see a break of this level. It did happen, but you'll see that we just went sideways, but it was that sideways that then gave me a swing setup. So I've taken the break out of these lows, and I'm looking to get it back down here. So again, we'll see if it happens. We need to see if it can push down a bit further. Then that's where I could look at my stop management and reduce my risk in the trade. But it needs to play out. After such a big day on Friday, I'm not surprised to see it cooling off. It's quite common after one or two big days that the market cools off, and it's had a really nice close and a solid close on Friday. So we'll see what happens from there. So these, the two trades that I've just shown you, these get sent out information-wise and ahead of triggers to our Fast Track members. That's part of the support that we offer to Fast Track members, and part of the swing strategies that we run. So our live trading room, we've been discussing it a lot in there, doing the analysis so people are ready to trade it. We've had our triggers and it's all moving, and it's just nice to see some movement in the market. Just as well, we do put quite a few posts up on Facebook, so if you don't have us on Facebook, check us out there. It's a great page and some useful information we put up. You'll see Ali's recent post with this currently live trades. But that's us for this month's market commentary. A little bit longer, but good to show you and go through that analysis. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.